Okay, I discovered something by pure accident while I was doing my wheelie challenge, one of the 3041 challenges. And notice that I'm just a little, I have the GPS just a little south of the boat hideout and then just north of it. Because those jumps I did already before I had the presence of mind. I did them by accident, oddly enough, before I had the presence of mind to make this video. So we're going to start up there where the cursor is now. I actually did video 38, 39, 40, and 41, so we're going to start with 42. And the bridges are down, by the way. And I guess because I was going over the bridge doing wheelies trying to get that challenge done, it kicked, for some reason, it kicked the jump complete, even though I didn't hit anything. So I figured if I could do it that way, then maybe I can get it by on the other bridges, and it turns out that you can't. So we're going to head up to the northern end of the island. By the way, a bit of a semi-apology. I have the nudity mod on this thing, and I didn't realize it until I completed the first jump, which is right here. So as soon as I did, I went and changed the clothing, and I edited out, I tried to edit out all the nipple shots, but there you have it. So at least I put clothes on right here. So from here on, she's got skimpy outfit on. Now, it's the reason this is odd is because the first few jumps I got were just straight up doing wheelies. I thought it was a glitch, to be honest with you. I thought it was some kind of a wacky glitch. And when I did the first two, then I noticed that the other ones I actually had to get into the air to get them. So, this. By the way, this is a colossal waste of time unless you're just into really cool, geek-ass gaming stuff like this, where you can get these jumps earlier than you're supposed to be able to get them. But by the way, if you're wondering why I'm shooting that EMS, because I'm doing that challenge too in the middle of this one. There's the first one. Now notice that the bridges are down, and I got that jump. Again, that's why I decided to make the video. I discovered that purely by accident. Alright, so now we're going to do it the other way, and again, I'm going to destroy that again as I'm still doing challenges. This is really, really early in the game save, by the way. Alright, so
I'll roll with you.
Vehicle from my homie. Now, I'm going to... By the way, I tried to shorten this, just so you know, to give you an idea of how much of a waste of time this is and how frustrating it is. It took me about 2 hours to do all of these jumps, 38 through 63. But I'm editing out most of the footage. This is only going to be about a 25-minute video, I think, all said and done. I'm still leaving some failed attempts in, just so you see how absolutely maddening it is to get the game to give you these jumps early. What I think this would be useful for, if you're using one of the mods on the PC that keeps the bridges down, you may have thought you couldn't get the jumps, and you actually can. Or if you're just like me and you like to find cool stuff or exploits or get stuff done earlier than the developers want you to, this works. But noticing I'm going back and forth, and I'm still not getting it right away. I mean, I'm editing out a ton of failed attempts here. One little tip to do this, by the way, is to do a wheelie when you're coming up to the car, because that'll notice I'm doing a wheelie there. It got me into the air and it got me to jump. And the only disadvantage of that is you're going to really be doing some clumsy ass crashing and jumping. It's going to look like you don't know what the hell you're doing, but whatever. Like I said, as you're coming up to where you want to get launched into the air on the motorcycle, I find doing a wheelie makes it much easier as you're hitting the vehicle. Accidentally activated a survival. Now I'm doing them in kind of clockwise going around the island. The first one I did was the jump just south of this bridge that went, I'm sorry, yeah, it's just kind of, I did the east-west bridge first, at the western end of the island, and then now I'm doing the north-south bridge, just in case you're wondering where I am, or you didn't catch it when I showed on the GPS. This should go here. Nope. Again, I edited out a ton of useless video footage because it's already going to be too long. But why then? For any other real Saints Row fans who might be interested in kind of oh, that's another thing. I'm also getting the mascot challenge too. So if you're wondering why I stop and shoot mascots or EMS as well, that's why. Because I'm not just making the video, I'm also doing this challenge. So, again, I'm really early in the game. I'm something like 14% completion. I've only done the first few missions needed to open up Steelport and the one to give me the helipad. Alright, I'm going to jump into the gunstone now. Wanted level, yeah, go to right. Somebody correct. I'm picturing somebody flaming me on YouTube. Yo, asshole! It's notoriety! Wanted level is GTA! Get it right next time, idiot! Alright, so I lost my notoriety. I always call it wanted level, I think, though.
I'll report your plate number to the police. Run me over, will you?
So anyway, let's see. By the way, I'm going hunting after that EMS. 2 seconds out of the video.
I love meeting new people.
Yeah. Another one over here, apparently. Okay. Yep. Alrighty, so back to our regularly scheduled broadcast. Wait, I'll tell you one thing I always recommend in this game is to buy these stores as early as possible. The only career missions I do in these sandbox games before starting, before getting into the game is just whatever is needed to usually open up the free roam. In this case, I did the next two to open up the heliport because this game is a little boring if you don't have access to the heliport, especially that VTOL crotch rocket is just awesome. The money pack DLC. So again, I'm showing a whole bunch of failed attempts. Why? Because, well, it gives you an idea of how frustrating this is. Don't for one second think that most people that play. There you go. I just triggered 45, and notice I only went like about 2 feet into the air, which is weird. Again, my first couple of jumps, I didn't even go into the air. I just was doing a wheelie, and it just triggered the jump, which is what inspired me to do this whole crap. Anyway, I'm going over now to the. By the way, I'm just showing the clockwise order that I'm doing the jumps in. All right, I'm going over now to the to that bridge that connects the western part of Arapice. I think that's how you pronounce it, Arapice Island, with the mainland. And we're going to do that. But again, what I was saying before is just, this isn't... this is one of those things that's just a little on the frustrating side. Oh, there's Genki.
Still think I'm just a pretty face?
And by the way, this is the first time I'm seeing him on this save. And I'm being a little cheap using the rocket launcher, but whatever. I want 300 grand, and I don't want to deal with this nonsense for it. And again, I've been playing the save I'm about 20 hours into this save because I'm doing all the side stuff first. Again, I haven't even done the missions, but There's three. I think I got 350,000. Not. Of course, the cops don't like me killing me, but that's I lose my wanted level. And again, what I was saying before, I highly recommend, even if you're playing early in the game, to buy all the properties. That's the first thing I do. I buy all the properties because then I make all this passive income from not doing anything, just owning all those properties that keeps giving me money. And I want to get that other jump on this bridge here. It's going to take a little while. And again, I'm showing a bunch of failed attempts just to give you an idea of how frustrating this is, so you don't think this just because I blew through just because this video is only 20-25 minutes. I actually had about an hour and 20 minutes of video footage, and it took me, I would say, 2 hours, because I was pausing the video and stuff like that. It took me about 2 hours to record this. And check this out. Now, I haven't seen Genki at all on this save, and I see him again. This was literally within 2 or 3 minutes of beating him the first time. This time I'm going to try to use the fully upgraded machine gun. Notice it's not even making a dent in it. That's the incendiary bullets, dual-wielded. Now I'm trying the dual-wielded pistol with explosive bullets, and it's just... And he's shooting rockets at me. I probably should have kept my distance. I would have been able to beat him. You know, I wouldn't have been able to hit the rockets. But I made the mistake of coming out close. So now he's pulling his rocket launcher out and really kicking into my health here. So rather than take a chance on dying here, just trying to make this video, I'm just going to break out the rocket with the cheap stuff. But how cool is that? I mean, after many hours of just doing challenges, not even the career missions, just doing or even, I haven't even gotten to the side missions yet, or the activities rather. I've been just doing diversion stuff. But I saw Genki Quiet. Now this is another thing I love about this game. See those, I have trespassing gang members on my property. It's a really cool game because you can just use your RPG against trespassers. I mean, how cool is that? You know? You don't chase them away, you don't pull out a gun and wave it in their face, you just break out the RPG and kill a dozen of them. Why I find that so cool, I don't know, but I just do. Okay, on to the next jumps. By the way, I just want to let you know, I lost jumps 46 and 47. The files got corrupted, and I guess I should call fraps craps, sometimes that happens. Anyway, those are the jumps I did already, these are the jumps here, and those bridges I did already that I showed on the GPS system. The last one that the GPS was at was, by the way, that last bridge on the east end, the southeast end of Arapice Island. Those were the jumps that that are not going to be on this video because, again, the files got corrupted. So now we're actually going to be in the western end. See the GPS there, the western end of Arapice. By the way, I'm just going to go through the. I'm highlighting the cursor over the bridges that we're going to go in the order we're going, from east to west and then north to south. So, alright, so anyway, so we're now just south of the clothes shop. I think that's Planet Saint, and we're going to do this bridge here that you just saw on the GPS. Okay, and this is going to be 48 and 49. Okay, that's 48. Now notice something interesting. You notice how I barely, I mean, not only did I barely get it, my wheels left the ground for a microsecond. And that was it, and I got the jump. So you don't really need to get up that high, you just have to be in the right spot, and the right lane. Usually there's one jump, if I remember the game right, there's one jump on the left lane and one jump on the right lane. Alright, so sometimes you'll even get the jumps, in some of these, you'll even get them just doing wheelies over the bridge, which is, by the way, again, how I discovered this. That was total, you know, fluke on my part. And once I discovered that, then I said, hey, if I can get them just doing wheelies, maybe I can get them, you know, for the bridges that won't give them to me on the wheelies, maybe I can get them by jumping in the cars, by doing a wheelie as I hit the car. Again, I'm showing a lot of the failed attempts because the truth of the matter is this is a very arduous process. I don't recommend this for the casuals game. I mean, you got to be really into this game to want to do these jumps so bad before the bridges go up that you're actually willing to go through this. But I think it's a cool exploit or glitch or whatever you want to call it. there. And so if you're anything like me and you like to do stuff like this in sandbox games, and hey, there's the jump. Alright, that's 49. So if you're anything like me, all I can tell you is get a life. No, not really. Well, maybe. Alright, so now we're going to go from that area, we're going to go east, which is just south of the rim jobs there. And we're going to do the bridges again with Arapi's Island. Another thing, too, that's interesting is that interesting if you happen to be a Saints Row geek like me, is that you actually have to wait not just until Stag comes to do these jumps, but in this instance you have to wait. There it is. There's number 50. You have to actually wait until the zombie mission, because the bridges go up. All the bridges to Arapi's Island go up, not just the ones connecting it to the mainland. After the zombie mission. For spoilers, in case you didn't do that mission, so you might want to skip ahead. But when you do that mission for Burt Reynolds, Mayor Burt Reynolds. So I gave you a spoiler warning, so if you listened, it's your own fault. But then again, I think everybody knows that by now, so who gives a crap about spoilers, right? Alright, so now we're going to try to get these jumps here. And again, I can't say this too many times how arduous a process this is compared to just doing the jumps when the bridges are, when you're supposed to be able to do them. So, for the jumps that are left from 38 to 63, it's what, 25 jumps. For those 25 jumps, if you want to get them early, it's going to probably take you a good 2 hours to do it, as opposed to waiting where you could probably do it in maybe an hour or a half hour. So, it's up to you. And here we go. Alright, so on to the next set of jumps. Well, first we're going to repair the bike. Can't recommend that too much. And then we're going to... I don't know why I didn't edit this out of the video. Oh well, so you get to watch me save my game. Woohoo! So anyway, on to the next jump. And by the way, just notice we're going to the east end of the island. The south end that I just showed you on Arapi's is the one that's missed, the videos that are missing from this video. The jumps that are missing from this video.
Kick ass.
So, we're heading again to the east end of the island. And that bridge goes east-west. Like, sound off. But you can get an echo. So, we had an echo a second ago, that's why you're hearing the recording. My computer, I'm doing this on my laptop, my computer was playing the sound as it was recording the voice, so you're going to hear it twice. It's like a reverb effect. I tried just doing a wheelie over the bridge, because again, sometimes it gives it to you, sometimes it doesn't, blah, blah, blah. So. There we go. See, again, notice that's 52. Now you notice how sometimes you don't even have to go, you barely go up in the air. So it's again. If you watch this video, you might be able to figure out, again, I was doing this all by trial and error, so if you watch this video, you might be able to figure out a way to do it quicker. Like if you kind of make note of where I get the jumps in each instance, then you'll know, you'll know exactly where I am. Where I was to get the jumps, where you probably have to be. So if you may be able to do it quicker than I did. At that point, it might be worth it for you. Again, this is another thing too I wanted to mention. I think I mentioned it before, but I'm not sure, because I did this commentary over the course of a little while. But if you are using one of the PC mods that leaves the bridges down, and you thought you couldn't get your jumps, well, now obviously you can. That was there. Again, as you can see, it's not easy. It's, you know, you got to do. I recommend doing a wheelie as you come up to the car. I don't know, maybe you might not have to do it, but that's just kind of the way I did it. You know, in each instance, that's why it makes up for some really crappy driving, because when you do a wheelie, you have less control over the bike. I actually, on a side note, I kind of, well, whenever I drive the bikes in this game, I kind of wish that Saints Row had emulated Midnight Club 3. The bikes in Midnight Club 3, you could actually race while you're doing wheelies, and it's just awesome. I would have loved to see the bikes in this game handle like that game, Dub Edition. I might write an email to developers, not that anybody's going to listen to me, but whatever. The bikes don't handle very well in this game. I don't actually like the bikes very much. But, you know, so... You know, again, it makes trying to do wheelies as you hit things makes for some very sloppy driving. So, whatever the case may be, at least it gets you the jumps. And again, you might want to maybe if you want, you can experiment and maybe comment on it. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. You might be able to get these jumps not doing the wheelies. Maybe it's just a matter of there you go. There's number 53, and right into the water. Maybe it's just a matter of hitting the car. I did the wheelie because I figured if my front wheel is off the ground, it'll sort of give me a leg up and launching into the air. Whether or not that has anything to do with anything, I don't know. Okay, so now we're going to go north and a little east and grab that bridge over there that you just saw on the... again, it's the northeast part of the mainland. And I'm going to call for a bike since mine is in the...
I'll run with you.
I find it very odd in this game that you can't do that, you know, that crazy jump onto the bike. You can't do that crazy jump onto the bike when your homie's delivering it. You have to kind of wait a second or two after the homie gets off, whatever that part. And again, I saved the game there, but I don't know when I didn't get that out of the video. And by the way, again, I'm just destroying another ship.
Couldn't last any longer than
Whatever
that.
the hell that is. Yes, but that's not true. If they can merge the server unit, some medical field, whatever. But it's in that field, and so I stopped and destroyed mascots and stuff. Alright, that one. This bridge I actually got pretty quickly. I got them pretty close together. And there's... You know, at first I didn't like the respect system in this game. I didn't like the way that your character leveled up. I kind of liked the whole opening up upgrades and unlocks with the activities and the diversions, but there's something to be said about the way Volition did it this time. The only thing is that I don't like, again, this is a sort of a side complaint, is it renders the activities seemingly useless because all you get is money and respect for them. Probably a better way to handle it would have been had Volition, for all those there we go, that's number 55. In my opinion, well, I'll get to that in a second. It's just, well, actually I'm doing those, I might as well buy the upgrades now. I forgot that I didn't edit that out of the video either. Probably should have. But anyway, probably a better way to have done this upgrade system would have been for all of those seemingly pointless activities. And I say seemingly because, well, you know, gaming could be considered pointless anyway, so, you know, we could argue about that. Alright, so anyway, we're going, that's the bridge just east of that other bridge that we just did. But anyway, maybe a good compromise that Volition should have probably done is given you some kind of other unlock for all the activities. Like, for instance, you know, in Saints Row 2, in addition to getting cool unlocks to weapons and stuff, you also got vehicles. I'm going to go customize that bike, but I'm not. I actually did edit that out of the video, thank God, so you didn't have to go through the whole customizing with me. But it might have been good if Volition had. There we go. There's 56. It might have been a better idea if Volition left the upgrade system the way it is, and then maybe giving you cool vehicle and clothing and stuff for all those activities. But just giving you money and respect, it made the activities all feel kind of pointless, even though, again, you could argue that everything in the video game is pointless. And again, I edited out a lot, like about 5 minutes of, or 10, maybe 10 minutes of video.
Always happy to show off.
Get right to it. But that's just my little rant. I mean, I like the respect system, even though my first time through the game I didn't. I didn't like the whole respect, giving you levels of respect that allowed you to buy unlocks, but the more I play it, the more I actually do like it. And there's 57. Again, I still wish that Volition had given you something more than just money and more respect. And now we're going to go just east again, which is north of that big stadium. Alright, so you notice we're doing these bridges sequentially. I don't know what the guide labels them in terms of order, but I'm just going in the order that seems best to me, meaning I'm going clockwise around the island. In case you were wondering why I'm a quick treatment of the DPS. Now these I got relatively quick too. Again, that's 58. And I think I got these too. Okay. Now I got some decent air off of far on that one. Now we're going to go again. That's the final, going as far east as we need to go to get 60 and 61. And this is a north-south bridge just south of the plastic bridge. Instead, we get to which segues into the next set of jumps. Now, interesting, did you notice how I launched into the air and I got the cinematic for the jump, but I guess I didn't get it? Maybe I didn't go far enough, so I'm going to try that one again. One tip I have for anybody doing jumps is if you get that slow cinematic where you sort of slow down a la GTA 3, that means you're in the right place. Even if you didn't get credit for the jump, if you see that slight slowdown cinematic, that means you're in the right place at the very least. So keep doing it and trying it in that place, or around that area. There we go. So again, it's like the same place. Okay, so that's 61. Now we got 2 more to go. And I'm going to tell you that those 2 jumps are an absolute nightmare. They're right by the restricted island, as you can see by the GPS system. And they're an absolute nightmare to do with the bridges up. I mean, down, rather. They're actually hard to do with them up, too, if I remember right. A couple of times I did. Anyway, I'm editing out about, no exaggeration, 30 minutes worth of footage. Frustrating, annoying, constantly getting wanted levels, and I'm not just talking about the 3 stars. I was able to mostly avoid that, but the problem is the military vehicles lose this bridge. So there's one. It looks easy from this video. It isn't. I edited out, no exaggeration, again, 30 minutes worth of footage to do this video, you know, in order to make this a little more succinct. Incredibly frustrating. Mostly, again, because military vehicles use this, so I kept getting 1 star when I missed, and forget about it. It was a real nightmare. But maybe you can just, if you want to do these jumps early, just make note of where I was successful doing the jumps, and you'll be able to get them. But it's not as easy as it wasn't as easy for me as it looks in this video, because I must have done this maybe, no exaggeration, 100 times, right, before I actually got the 2 jumps. And I got them relatively close together, obviously. Alright, so there you go. 63 of 62 jumps, and I'm very early in the game. Well, there you have it. All the jumps before the bridges are up. By the way, I have a jam band. We're a Grateful Dead cover band, so if you want to check out some of my band's videos, I posted them here. I'm also going to post up more Saints Row the Third videos, So thanks for watching and have a great day.